to present day, the New York Knicks, Sam, did something recently.
Who do you
They
think won the trade?
acquired Carl Anthony Towns.
They already know who they acquired. Who do you think won the trade?
Okay. So Knicks trade Randall and DiVincenzo,
Yep.
and they acquire Carl Anthony Towns.
No picks involved.
I think the New York Knicks run that trade.
Okay.
Now let me tell you why. So, you have this Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle kind of nucleus right now, and they kind of didn't know if Julius Randle was going to fit in that nucleus.
Yeah.
Julius Randle
he's
kind of
odd man
needs
out.
the ball. He's a high usage kind of player, and it makes sense. To add Carl Anthony Towns into this mix, who can do the spot up catch and shoot, who you can put in the post in certain positions, I just think for the level of shooter Carl Anthony Towns is, I think he's a better shooter than Julius Randle. I think he's going to fit in more to a position as far as his personality. I think Julius Randle is more of an alpha dog kind of personality, not going to fit into the status quo, versus Carl Anthony Towns, who is somebody who will fit into the status quo and who won't take that. I don't want to be the number one guy. Julius Randle is like, I have enough talent to be the number one guy. I want to take the most shots. I think Carl Anthony Towns is the opposite. He's okay with being number two. I think he fits this team in New York better because he can play the 5, and they don't have to worry about Mitchell Robinson, who's always hurt. They're already looking to trade him anyway, but if Mitchell Robinson is on this team, I think he can slide over, take Mitchell Robinson out, and now Carl Anthony Towns is your 5. So I think this worked great for the Knicks. On the Minnesota side, I don't know why they did this.
Salary.
I understand it, but you just went to the Western Conference Finals. Why are you rushing and panicking now, trading Carl Anthony Towns, and you're not improving your roster doing this move? So who do you think won the trade?
Well, I want to ask you 2 questions before I answer mine.
Okay.
Before that, yeah, I wanted to say, do you think Cat is a Thibs type of player? Just straight off the bat.
I think Cat and Tibbs in year whatever for Carl Anthony Towns now can mesh enough in order for that to work. Now, Tom Thibodeau, let me tell you something, Samuel Sellis. Tom Thibodeau is on the hot seat. I need to see Tom Thibodeau able to actually create a team where you're not playing everybody 45 minutes, running them into the ground. You're actually coaching this team and leading them into doing something in the playoffs. So I need to see an extra gear from Tom Thibodeau. I don't know if Carl Anthony Towns is a top Thibodeau player, but I think they can mesh now with the time. What's your second question?
Who was the second best player for the Knicks in the playoffs?
Mikal Bridges.
You were going to say Dante?
Oh, you're saying last year?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, last year, who was the second best player for the Knicks?
In the playoffs.
Either Dante or Josh. And
You lose that? I'm going to say an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Because it's me, right? Who won the trade? I think they both lost.
Really?
I think they both lost.
Okay. Explain.
I mean, I feel like you answered it. He's not
Right.
a Thibs type of player. You really think Cat's going to run the 5? Wow.
I think I mean, in today's NBA, come
He's
on.
going to play 48 minutes a game at the 5.
Tibbs is not going to give him a rest?
That's literally what you're saying.
But if you have Mitchell Robinson, if you still
he won't
keep
be
him.
available. Come on now. He won't be available.
If you keep him. This is going to be a lot of what fit. This is not a championship team
Sounds
to
like
me.
a lot of what ifs.
This is not and this
Who's
is not
your
a
starting 5? Who's your starting 5?
Brunson,
Josh Hart, your 2?
Josh Hart, my 2, Mikal Bridges, OG, and Cat. No, I'm gonna do Brunson, Mikal, OG, Cat, and Mitchell. If
Mitchell's hurt.
is he gonna be playing the season?
He's not starting at the beginning of the season. Actually, you could Google it. You could double check that.
Let me double check
I know
that.
He's hurt.
But I think what they did is they lost.
They lost a lot of heart.
Yeah,
Dante, Hartenstein. They
yep.
lost a lot of heart.
It's hard, bro. But
And they
because
replaced it with Cat, who's the exact opposite of that.
So do you believe in Cat?
No.
Why? You said he let Rudy get choked out? He said everything just happened so fast. I didn't know what to do. So
Man, I don't know. I don't even think they're better than the Sixers. Maybe that's just me being a Debbie Downer with starting with Derrick Rose and now the Knicks. I don't know, but I'm not believing in that team.
he will miss the first couple of months of the
First off,
season.
they're
Mitchell
gonna have
Robinson,
a lot to gel with. There's a lot of new players on that team.
1,000%. But I think that Cat is not an. I don't want to say Cat is not an alpha because I don't want to demonize his character or anything like that. He's just somebody that I feel like can fit into this role because Brunson will take the heat for all the stuff that he needs to take the heat for. So he just has to show up.
Not going to take any heat if they don't lose if they lose in New York.
What's losing though? What's the ceiling for this team and what's the expectation? Losing in the first round? No, they can't fucking lose in the first round. But I think going to the conference final and losing is okay.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, what is your rankings in the East right now?
So, quick East preview for you guys. I have Boston number 1. I have Philly 2. I have the New York Knicks 3. I have the Cleveland Cavaliers 4.
Oh, wow.
I have the Orlando Magic 5.
So you think Miami's not better than any of those teams?
I think Miami is going to be valuing for a play-in spot, like how my Los Angeles Lakers have been valuing for playoff spots, and we'll get to them later. But play-in teams, and then let's see what we can do. Guess who I didn't have in that? The Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks, who I absolutely just forgot about. I hope Dame can do something.
You can rearrange it.
They're over Orlando.
Okay.
They're over Orlando. I mean,
dang, that's tough.
Yeah, it really is. And the East is going to be hard this year. But looking at it, I want to talk about Philadelphia a little bit because
yes, please let's talk about that. You didn't name them, right?
I did name them. I said they would be the number 2 in the.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I was.
Yeah, okay. I said they would be the number 2 in the East. Look. It gets to a point where in sports and like we never played the game and it's okay, and the NBA players who now have podcasts think, oh, since you didn't play and I played, I've been watching sports a long time. I've seen the trends. I've seen the trends. Joel Embiid, show the fuck up. Stop getting hurt. Lose the weight that you need to lose. Get into the shape that you need to get into, because this is your only chance that you have. The slim Paul George prime years that you got left, going into the Tyrese Maxey prime years, you have the team to do it. I don't want to hear any more excuses about Joel Embiid. Stop getting hurt. Take care of your body and get to the playoffs. I don't want to hear about any 65-game minimum. I don't want to hear about any NBA teams and anything. I don't care how many games he misses. Get to the playoffs, Joel Embiid. Make sure you have chemistry with your team, and let's see what you can do. Because you're the only MVP to never even make it to the conference finals.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't even make it to the Olympics.
Yeah, you let's trash in the Olympics. Out of shape. 39-year-old LeBron James is in better shape than you. What are you doing, Joel Embiid? You now have Paul George on your team. You have Tyrese Maxey. You have a loaded team. Do something.
And Joel Embiid on the
Do
same
something.
Team.
Please.
Crazy.
So that's what I wanted to say about the 76ers. What do you think about them?
Who's the coach? Do you believe in their coach?
Nick Nurse. I think Nick Nurse is a quality coach. I don't know if I believe in their coach, but I think Nick Nurse is a quality coach. He did win a championship with Kawhi. He's been on a lot of NBA benches. He won a G League championship, so I do believe in him and his X's and O's and how he plays the game now and manipulates it. Joel Embiid has enough to do what he needs to do. It's up to him. Nobody can guard him. He needs to be averaging 40 in the playoffs. It's not even close. If Kristaps Porzingis is not healthy, and even if Kristaps Porzingis is healthy, nobody in the East can guard Joel Embiid. Nobody in the NBA can guard Joel Embiid. That's literally a mismatch problem.
I just can't give my cosign to a Joel Embiid ex-Paul George-led team with Tyrese Maxey. I don't know. They are the number 2 right now, but That's gonna be a hard cosign in a couple months.
So you don't believe in them in
The
April?
playoffs? We'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I like Joel.